there, everybody, and welcome to our very first note taking through the videos. So, congratulations, you were able to find it. You log into Canvas, click on the modules, able to find this video there, and it plays the red puzzle. Of course, because this is math class, I am Miss Bowen. And as we start our virtual notes, couple of things for virtual learning and note taking. So we talked about this a little bit during the Zoom videos, but make sure when watching the notes that you're in a distraction-free space. That way you're able to focus and pay attention. And be prepared with supplies. We'll talk about supplies here in a second, but basically it's just paper and pencil and keeping it all nice and organized. Remember, because it is a video, you can pause it if you need to write something down a little bit more in depth, or you can rewind if you want to rehear or rewatch something that happens, and you can rewatch the whole video. And as always, go at a pace that's best for you. You have complete control over how fast you want to go through them or how slow and really being able to focus you need to take it. So for all future notes for this class, we need to make sure we take notes on paper with pencil. If we were inside the classroom face to face, I would be standing up at a board and you would be taking notes on your own paper. So be sure you do that now. Be sure to always write your name and date in pencil in the top right hand corner of your paper. That way I know exactly whose notes they are and when they were taken. And lastly, be sure to participate in the Zoom meetings to ask questions and see more examples. We will have an assignment after this video. So once you watch the video and you start your practice work, if you have any questions or if you need any clarification on instructions or you need more help, that Zoom meeting is definitely where we need to address those. So please participate in Zoom meetings for your class day. Now I know this is a fourth or fifth day of school, but I've not really had a chance to introduce myself in full, so here's a little bit about me. I'm, of course, Miss Bowen. This is my 11th year teaching, and Belfry is my hometown. So I am a Belfry High School graduate. I earned my bachelor's at Alice Lude College and my master's at University of the Cumberlands. And back to being a pirate as a teacher, so I love being pirate best of all. I love to teach math. I love my content. I love our school and my students. I love being the yearbook advisor. This is my 5th year with yearbook. And it's also my 10th year helping out the first robotics. I love the robotics team and all the cool stuff we get to do with it. It doesn't start till the spring though, so it's one of those times if you're interested in robotics, we don't really start with that till after Christmas. I have 2 cats. I love them very much, and they are named after 2 Harry Potter's professors and his cursed child. So I'll let you all figure out what their names are. And I already told you I'm a Harry Potter fan. I love reading the Harry Potter books, and I love watching Disney movies. I've also had the opportunities to travel to Disney World and to Universal Studios to see to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter there at Universal Studios. And so I enjoy traveling, getting chances to do stuff like that. Now, for this class, whether it's on Zoom, whether it's on uh, the virtual notes, please remember to always be kind to your classmates and everyone else who's inside the Zooms or note-taking videos. Remember to be respectful, and that's to your classmates, to yourself, to your teacher, and be responsible. Make sure you have all of your supplies with you that you need. Be safe, and always follow instructions. Now, this is the Belfry High School expectations of students for virtual learning. This was in your paper packet you picked up, but if you need to look back over it and read through them, you can. The part we're going to talk about is our schedule right here. So remember that A days are every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. So last Friday was an A day. And B days are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and every other Friday. So this Friday will be a B day. And real quick to give you this week in a snapshot, that was last week, our first 3 days of school. And now this is our first full week of school. Well, of course, Monday's A, Tuesday's B, Wednesday's A, Thursday's B, and Friday is our B day. Now for this class, in our class time, We're on a block schedule, so every class has about an hour and a half. So the first 15 to 20 minutes you should spend watching this video. So congratulations, you're doing that. Thank you so much. It's excellent that you're already doing that part right now for me. Now your practice work, you'll have 35 to 45 minutes in the middle of class to apply what you learned in the notes to your own independent practice. And that last 30 minutes is our Zoom office hours with me to give you time to ask any questions, for me to answer any questions, or for me to answer any concerns and any examples you need to see and all that good stuff. So please, like I said, take advantage of the Zoom sessions. Now to finish up, we are going to go to Canvas and look at some of the icons and information on there along with the syllabus. So this is what your home page looks like for Canvas in Student View. That's why I have this pink line around it, so it's just the Student View area. Whenever you log on, it does say your office hours for Zoom. Your class time's probably different, so be aware that this time is not yours. You need to watch and make sure you know your Zoom class time. Your modules take you right to the lessons and practice work. And right now, where we just had that student orientation, your student orientation is also housed in modules. So if you have any questions or need help with that, let us know as soon as possible, because hopefully we're all familiar now with Canvas and we're good to go. About your teacher does take you to my information, so if you need to email me or call or join in the Zoom sessions, there's that information. And course syllabus, of course, that's where our course syllabus is. We'll come back to this here in just a second. Zoom, so if you click on this icon right here, it takes you to our Zoom link so you can join in the Zoom session. Remind, this is part of our assignments today, so you really want to pay close attention to this one. You click on the Remind button and it links automatically appears for you to join our class for Remind. So it has the class code pop up, or it automatically will have you join the Remind group. Remind's an excellent tool we'll talk more about here in just a second. Then lastly, our calculator this year is all online, so it's Desmos. So I'm going to click on it. It opens up here. We got a cool calculator. It should work, whatever device you're using. If you want to, I suggest you download the app for your phone because it's really good and it'll help out a lot. So now there are student resources and parent resources down there to take advantage of. I think the student resources has a little bit more in it right now, so if you have any questions, look through it. And we're going to look at our course syllabus a little bit more closely. I know you had a chance to read through it during the orientation process, but really here's a chance for me to go over it with you and maybe clarify any things you weren't sure about. So once again, it starts off with our Belfry High School expectations of students for virtual learning. A couple of the big things is about attendance. Make sure you are active and participating in your classes on the days they're supposed to be for all class periods. We talked about the schedule already and making sure you participate in the class. And it is expected for you to complete all your assignments for all your classes. It says students will be held accountable for all work in all classes. And assignments will be graded and assigned much like traditional classwork. So be aware that you still have due dates and times you gotta make sure you get assignments turned in on time. And it says students and or parents should contact teachers via email, phone, through Canvas, etc. with questions or concerns regarding assignments on a regular basis. This is all about that open communication that we really need during this virtual time. Create a dedicated workspace and time for learning. Demonstrate learning through completion of assignments. Communicate with your teachers daily. So once again, it goes back to that communication being key while we're virtual. Use Canvas for our daily classwork. We know that one. And monitor your grades on Infinite Campus. So you all already know quite a bit about Canvas. You've had a chance to go through there and learn about it, but it is essential that you check your Canvas and school email every day. And when absent, check Canvas and school email for any makeup work that you may have. Remind. So Remind is a real-time messaging system for teachers, students, and parents. I know a lot of you have used it before, but it's a great tool to be able to have us communicate and message each other for any questions you have that's immediate, a little bit nicer than Canvas as far as immediate conversations go. And supplies. So for our supplies, we have a 3-ring binder with paper in it or a spiral bound notebook. I don't care which one of these two you need. You just need one or the other. So just one of these. Uh, as long as you say organized and you have paper to write on, that's the biggest thing. Has all those math notes and practice work in one place. Make sure you use pencil because once again we're a math class and may need to erase. And I've already showed you the Desmo's online calculator. Grading is 60% for summative grades, which is any test or quiz, and 40% for your formative grades, which is classwork, homework, practice work. And for each semester, your grade is calculated by using 45% of your first 9 weeks grade, 45% of your second 9 weeks grade, and 10% is your semester grade. And that's how you calculate your whole first semester and second semester grades. Now for late and missing assignments. So it says all classwork is due by the beginning of the next class. So that means if you're a Monday, your classwork is due before your next Wednesday class day. If your class is on Tuesday, your work is due before your next class day on Thursday. It says any classwork that is turned in late will receive an immediate 50% penalty and will not be taken more than 1 day from the original due date. So really stay on top of your assignments. Make sure you're getting them done in a timely manner and not getting any not getting any penalties for being late. Now, classroom expectations. It says this applies to both in-person and virtual learning. So just be certain that you are expected to uphold the highest level of respect at all times. You are to follow all the school rules. For in-person only, we'll just kind of briefly talk about this one. It's just to make sure you're focused during class and not distracted by any other technologies. It is your responsibility as a student for making sure you have your materials and having them with you every class day. You are to treat technologies responsibly and carefully. And while you're at home, please treat that treat that technology with great responsibility. And it says students should not work on other classes' work during this time. So please make sure that, and that's really for in class is that second part, but during this class time, make sure you're focused on math so we can keep going and stay on top of our math work. And it says, lastly, students are expected to complete their own work to the best of their ability, so always give your best effort. Classroom management plan applies to in-person and virtual learning, but just realize that you are expected to uphold all those classroom expectations, and if for some reason there's ever an issue or any type of disruptive behavior, it will be dealt with. Academic integrity. Honesty is always your best policy. Practicing your math skills, whether it's Algebra 2 or Algebra 1 or a senior math, make sure you always do it to the best of your ability because it's important for your learning. Practice work, I know, isn't always that fun, but it's really important to make sure that we know our concepts. And lastly, any form of cheating is unacceptable and will result in 0 for a grade. If you have any questions or if you need any extra help, please contact me. There's my email. It says I check it multiple times during the day. You can arrange for a meeting by phone if you call the school, and I'm extension 211. And then lastly, Remind. So if you're not joined Remind, please find your class's code for Remind and join that for me because that is one of the assignments below this video. So I know that is our video time for today for our notes. Hopefully you've learned a little bit more and you know some more about the expectations for this class. If the assignment after this one will have you go to, let's see, the Doodle Notes page or your Doodle syllabus, I should say, your Doodle syllabus. You fill that out, join Remind, and you're good to go. And if you have any questions, I'll see you at Zoom later. Thank you. All have a great day. Bye.